750,000 lines of code. That's about how much I've written in PHP since starting with Colin in 2002. Good afternoon, it's Brandon Devenich from i3D Themes with this week's interactive number 54, where we share what we're passionate about and what we've been working on in the i3D Themes Design and Code Labs. So I'm going to start in the Design Lab first, and then we'll talk about that 750,000 lines of code. In the Design Lab, actually, let me just straighten this guy out here. Colin has actually made some fantastic progress with his projects, and then he's moved on to his brand new template. Not brand new, but he's been working on it for a few weeks, and he's actually given a code name. It's called Karma, and it looks incredible. It is, he's shown it to me. He's actually asked for comments, and we've been able to go back and forth on some concepts, and I'm happy to say it's moving right along. So a few weeks time we may have that in the catalog for you, and in fact he's using the template architecture that he used for Cinematic, which is our previous website template design, and he's going to be releasing new templates, rapid fire succession, so we'll have a number of new ones in the next couple months or so. So that's really super exciting. In the Code Lab this week, well, let's talk about this. 750,000 lines of code. So I ran wrote a program which required, some lines of code to analyze all the PHP files on our server that I've written, tallied up how many lines of PHP code there was, and it turned out that there was somewhere in and around 750,000 lines of code. So over the 15 years, I think you break that down, and I don't know how many lines of code that is per day, but needless to say, I've manufactured a fair bit. Over the course of those 15 years, we've written e-commerce platforms for a number of different sites. We've created WordPress themes, website plugins, a number of different software as a service platforms. But it's really the last 10,000 lines of code that I am most excited about. That would be for the Pegasus Accelerator system. So Pegasus Accelerator is a WordPress plugin that interfaces with a software as a service platform that provides automated page speed optimization service to you. So if you think about it like this, to optimize a web page for page speed optimization, it requires a fair bit of work, and that's just like a static web page where you have to make sure all your code is minified and your CSS and JavaScript is also compressed, and that you've deferred your render blocking resources, and a bunch of other really technical sounding mumbo jumbo that Google has you do. It's pretty difficult to do. And then you move on to WordPress, which is already complex on the back end and all the code involved, and it's near impossible. So what we did is we developed a plugin that does all of that for you. You basically just turn it in, walk away, and it's done. And it will go and analyze your entire site, defer all of the appropriate resources, compress everything that it needs to compress. It will even build the critical CSS that's required for your pages on the fly. It will optimize images on the fly. It will do a whole bunch of stuff all for you without you having to know anything about page speed optimization. Now, there are a number of different plugins out there that do bits and pieces of this and that, and you can maybe piecemeal 70% of what Accelerator does together by installing a bunch of different plugins that may or may not work well together. But that's the beauty of Accelerator as well, is not only does it do all this, but it's convenience. It just like set it and forget it. And so that's also why I'm really excited. It actually uses pretty much everything that I learned since 2002 when I started with Colin, and he says, oh, maybe we should make our site e-commerce and do a shopping cart within our site. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? How are you going to do that? I don't know. Well, we'll learn PHP or something. So I did that. I picked up a dummies book, and before you knew it, I'm just coding away hundreds and thousands of lines of code. But all of that I've learned, we've incorporated into this system called Pegasus, the plugin being Accelerator. So it's really amazing. And this week, starting today, I've been sending out notifications to our beta testers saying, hey, it's ready for you. And so if you're one of our beta testers, you should be getting an email either today or on Monday. We're not doing everybody today, but today or Monday to let you know that it's ready for testing, because we're going to be getting it ready for the actual launch for those people that are on our reservation list. Now, our reservation list, we opened up Pegasus for reservations starting, it was a couple weeks ago. So if you're not on the reservation list and you have a WordPress site and you think, well, gee whiz, maybe I should make sure my website is running fast, you want to get on the reservation list, because as of October 1st, you're going to lose the opportunity to get some advanced perks. So for anybody who's on the reservation list before October 1st, you are going to get automatically signed up for our developer guild. What that's going to get you is it's going to get you priority essential support. It's going to give you complimentary Hercules support, which is essentially like super support. It's for when you want to go above and beyond what the typical plugin can accelerate, and have us investigate to see if there are other things that we can do for you. There's going to be an inclusion into the Artemis affiliate program. So typically you have access to the Essential affiliate program, which gives you, a cut of whatever the monthly fees are for maybe a client that you've referred to, or just people that maybe have clicked on the link on your website that's come to Pegasus. You'll get that, but you also, in the Artemis program, get like a flat fee headhunter reward, cash reward as well. So that's super exciting. If you think that maybe something like this might be a benefit to you or your clients, get on that list, because after October 1st, it's going to be really hard to get on that developer guild, into that developer guild. You're going to have to really prove it, that you're that you've got the stuff that to get in there. Oops, there's a little notification there. So, so there we are. That is Pegasus Accelerator. And so we've just been getting that ready for beta. That's what's really been keeping us busy in the Code Lab this week. And moving on to next week, we're just going to be taking all the feedback that we've been getting from the different beta testers, incorporating that in, developing the interface some more so that it's ready for release coming, we're hoping, October 1st, based on what we think we're going to be getting back from the beta testers. Anyways, I hope you had a fantastic week this week. We sure have had a fantastic week here, and you've got great plans for the weekend ahead. And so if you think that maybe somebody that you know might find this video helpful, we'd love for you to share it, or like it, or even comment. Give us your feedback. We'd love to hear from you and hear your thoughts. We're always into engaging with all of you folks out there. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me, and we'll talk to you again next week.